Hello, and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. The last time we played, we were invited to a manor of some sort, Gleaston Castle. And we were told to stay out of certain, I think a certain tower. Okay, so that's the city and that's the castle. So we have any of these rooms to go into, but we also have a note here. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Okay, let's see here. Grand hallway. I would say this is the main staircase. And turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to your left. This corridor all the way to the end. You go here. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you are welcome to. I never did like it anyway. So this one. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item to turn to leave, my eye is drawn to the green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Oh, gemstones. By Eli White. Do we know an Eli? You? Yeah. It's written by the guy who owns the shop. Cool. Alright. Oh, and we have another book. Okay. I'm actually going to move all my books over here. And then we have a new object we can put there, and let's end the day. End of day 4. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rock walls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Alright, what are we making here? Oh. Okay. Just that. Ah, and that's all we're given. Alright. I'm gonna throw this on top of a map. Let's see here. Let's do, if I can grab this card. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky. Here's what we can do actually. Put the card over there, open up the castle map. And now we have this. So there should be something that fits within this shape perfectly. Now this is straight up and down. Is it this right here? Yeah, that looks like it. Okay, so we want to explore. Oh, and we could have done it here too. Yep, that one right there. Ooh, a portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absentmindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I'm about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Ooh. Okay, more like moon sort of stuff there. But let's go ahead and start the day. Oh, I'm gonna actually wake up the cat here. There we go. It's David, the postman. Not sure about this fog today. Oh, it's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Ooh, what do we have here? The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look at it for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Okay, so the triangle is a location of some kind. Calculated the exact center point, and there's a small clearing there. Okay. What is that? I imagine that's going to be on this map somewhere. So, do we have anything? The Twinings. Mossy Wood. Quarry Yard. Let me see here. The Triangle. I mean, I don't see a place called the Triangle, but maybe it's something else listed here. We have Naylor Island. Ferryman's Way. The quarry down there. Clanbrook Road. Let's see here. Oh, right here. Heathwood. There's the triangle. Okay. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I'm struck by a sense of ominous power. My intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree, notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants, arranged in a triangle shape. Ooh, okay. So a few hands. Good to have, I suppose. And then, this. Very interesting. Lots of symbology on that one. And, yep, that's checkmarked. We're all good with that one. Let me go ahead and we'll stow that away. And next person. Gus Foley. It's been many years since I performed the Rite of the Red Knives, but I can still remember every step. I'll do it one more time, or I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford Spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. Alright, Orford Spire. Let's see here. During the Rite of Red Knives, an Orford Spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Okay, so there's a facet of it that's poking up, and it gets covered in blood. You know, I have a feeling that it's probably this one. Probably. With the 2 prongs sticking out the top. But let's see. Oh, not you. You. There we go. Orford Spire. Perfect. And we learned about another thing. Interesting. Let's go ahead and name this. Oh, Orford Spire. Perfect. And there's a couple things within the book that I'm curious about. Like, the heart we just got. This one. Okay. The Initiate of the League of the Ephesian Heart. Okay. They use a talon as part of its grim initiation rite. They must press the tip of the talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Interesting. Because one of the characters we've been introduced to, this one, you can see... Let's see. Okay, there's nothing described there, but she does have kind of a scar from something. Anyway, next person. Oh, it's Eli again. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Guise of Lillian. Let's see what that is. Here we go. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Alright, so that's going to be this right here, probably. Notice a slight out-of-body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. Yeah. Alright. What is the spelling of this? GUI of Lillian. Let's get this named. I guess I should make sure that this is actually what it is. But I'm pretty confident. Yep, there we go. Cool. And we learn about a cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebrine cloak will create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Alright. Next person. Oh, a new character entry. Rebecca Rose. Eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago. Now she's just barely able to distinguish dark and light. Its affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in the world, painting. But has not robbed her of her determination, her kindness, or her love of life. Let's see. Okay, so she wants her sight back. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. Do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I'll never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. Seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Okay, so either we have a choice here. So let's see, what is an Aries remnant? Right here. Induce a form of synesthesia. Colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They're sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. Okay. And then the other one was something with an I in its name. Let me just check real quick. Spirit Eye. Okay, I thought I started with an S. Is it just on the next page? Oh, yeah. Here we go. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It's not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. Interesting. Okay, I mean, we're kind of doing the, we'll say this is the nice run, so we'll probably just do the Aries remnant. Give her a little bit of assistance. I'm gonna move that up there. I think it's this one. The Aries constellation, it said, was a key thing in the object. And yeah, it looks like 4 stars. It's 4 gemstones. And let's see, sense of touch, polished, color and composition, gemstone. Got it. So Aries remnant is what it's called. So we'll go ahead and add that. Aries remnant. And hand that over. Perfect. And we learned about another thing. Nice. Oh, another person today. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up in Calgarth and another fella, a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural with folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog, too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refused to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Alright, you want a sun bond. Bond with the sun. That should be pretty bright then. Next page. Oh, here we go. Sunbond is a small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, made of some non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. A brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay. Non-precious metal, housing a gemstone of light. What is this? This is just completely bronze. Okay. What are you? An orange gemstone. Wood. I'm gonna say that gold is probably a precious metal. In this case, what about you? Orange gemstone and bronze. Could be you. Sunbond. Yes. Perfect. And we learned another thing. Alright, let's go ahead and get this named. And there is another person for today. We're meeting up with a whole bunch of people today. Oh, it's another character card. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold out your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I'll need a Holgen Grim in the coming days. Okay. Audrey Bell, the priest. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fate organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Okay. Got it. So you need a Holgen Grim. Let's see. That name sounds familiar, but I don't think we, yeah, I don't think we've actually found one yet. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay, it looks like it might be like a mask of some sort, perhaps. It's worn by priests. And the only thing that I can see is either a robe, a torch, or some type of horned mask. Nope, not that one. Oh, you know what? It's probably this. Holgen Grim. Yep. Cool. Oh, apparently this stone is a stone of death. Good to know. And let's go ahead and name this. Oh, that's the end of the day. Nice. Holgen Grim. There's an extra U in there. Perfect. And yeah, let's end the day. We really cruised through that day. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Oh, this is like a little monolith of some kind, or staircase. Up the stairs left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay. Well, back to the castle then. Explore. Alright, let's see here. So, up the stairs. So, here. Up the stairs. Left. So I assume we do want to go through the door. So here, and then left again would be here. Nope. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna hurt my sanity a little bit. Alright, let's try this again. I guess it doesn't say which stairs. So, I mean, maybe it's the stairs coming in from the grand hallway. So we actually want to start here. Up the stairs left, and then left again. Oh, and then second on the right. I didn't read that. Up the stairs, left, left again. Second on the right. Okay. Then up the stairs, left and left again should be hallway directions. So, up the stairs. But then these don't really, like, maneuver left. And going up the towers don't do anything. Okay, up the stairs, left, and then left again also doesn't do anything there. Maybe it's up these stairs. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right, which is 1, 2. Perfect. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used in some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtain lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on a windowsill this whole time. Oh, it's the 2 fingers. Didn't realize that they had an Elden Ring collaboration. I don't actually think that's the case. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore. Besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. Heard you might be able to help me. You want a St. John's anvil. Makes it sound like she's just gonna smack herself to forget about things here. ST, St. John. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. That's kind of handy, actually. Okay, so it looks like a flower. Let's see what we have. That looks like a flower. Or, if not a flower, then a poppy of some kind? I mean, we have like a tree. Try to think what that would look like here. I don't think we can give you... We can give you plants, actually. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, we're not going to do that. And then over here, we have a couple hands. We have this, which is just a container of some kind. It's not this, I'm going to guess. Are they real severed fingers? Probably not. Interesting. Do we have any clues that we have yet to solve? Because sometimes you do have to solve those to be able to get the item you need to complete a day. Okay, let's read this one more time. They have much in common with the St. John poppy plant of the same name, which is reflected in their designs. Oh, you know what? It's the leaves. I was looking for flowers. These are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pointed leaves. They almost kind of look like, oh geez. Can't remember the name of that tree. But like this. Do we have anything else that has leaves like that? If these, that's 5 pointed. That is not 5 pointed. Okay, I think it's this then. Perfect. St. John's Anvil. Let me mark you down. St. John's. Is it possessive? I don't think it is. Anvil. Beautiful. And on to the next person. Barton Potter. He's missing an eye. He must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. Speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elvis stone if you have one. An Elvis stone. Alright, what's this guy's deal? Okay, he described himself as intelligent, affable, and heroic. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy is some of the more tasteful terms of those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's no coward either. He has the scars to prove it. Okay. Ventured into the catacombs and tell the tale he does. Interesting. Okay. So, treasure hunter. Kind of gives me John Constantine vibes. Elvis stone. Let's see here. Here we go. They can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments. So this is Braxis or burning blood. Wow. Planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay, so now we go to here, and we look for Selenic, so of the moon. Okay. But then it said meteoric, right? Or planetary metal. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the compositions here. Bronze, stone, and stone. Is bronze considered a planetary metal? Do we have anything else that is moon related? Let's see here. Oh, we have this one actually. This is stone and gold. Do we have... Nope, I don't want to grab the scales. There we go. Anything else? I guess there's this. Silver. Lots of silver. Silver and stone. I'm just not sure what planetary metals mean. I guess anything that comes from the planet, which is almost every metal then? We'll try this one. This one has a lot of moon crescents and whatnot. Okay. Not that one. Ooh, man. That hits really hard. What happens if I click this? It just plays the noise. Okay. Oh, I see. It's just flavor text about what stage I'm at. Okay, in that case, looking for other things with moon icons. My next guess would be this one. Making sure I'm just doing a double check. I'm not missing anything. Not that one either. Ooh, we are very close to bad things happening. Okay. Elva stone. Let's look back at it then. They'd be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as Braxis or burning blood. And planetary metal. Okay, so we know it's not that one. Is there anything here? No. Anything here? No. I guess part of it as well is the Selenic discipline, which is of the moon. It's very celestial. Nothing hiding in there. Just gotta make sure. I mean, this is the only other one that I'm thinking has very moon-like iconography. I guess this also does have a moon here. What are some things? Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Rough and gnarled. And yew wood with some white paint. Okay. What about this one? Ethereal quality to it. Okay. No sound or scent. Cool and smooth. Made of silver and stone. So, ethereal quality. Does that match? I don't know. I mean, what is Braxis or Burning Blood? Let's look at what those are. Oh, okay. Braxis and Burning Blood just go straight to Alva Stone. These items are associated with the Selenic discipline, which is also reflected in their design. I don't accidentally have something, like, sitting down here, right? If I put the maps away? No. Okay. Let's see here. I mean, I think that sometimes you can figure out some of these things based on how your character responds to it. But if your character doesn't have a permanent ailment, then how do you know? Let's see here. Are bats of the moon? I wouldn't say so. Sense of crackling energy flickers at the depth of my mind. That's kind of just a weird looking thing. This is interesting. And also the planetary metals is an interesting term that I'm struggling to associate with anything. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline. Okay, well, let's look at some other things that are Selenic, like a Selenic totem. Okay. Let's go back to Selenic here and look at the sleep vessel. The 6 points of the sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 Thalamic disciplines. Okay, so the sleep vessel... Oh, she knocked the book down. That's funny. Let's look at some of these. So, sleep vessel is this one. So that's what that looks like. And then the other one... Oh, geez. What was the other one? Let's click on Selenic. The Selenic totem that we have also figured out is this. The moon heart. So, owls, crescent shape, that sort of thing. Let's see if maybe there's more in terms of Selenic here. Okay, those are just standard things. Materials. Oh, planetary metals. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Okay, so silver. Silver is associated with the moon. So it's something that is moon-shaped and comprised of silver, which is this. Okay. So it has to be this. Oh, thank goodness. We're not going insane today. Alright, Alva Stone. Oh, and this is what he traded. Okay, it's an interesting looking one. Well, let's go ahead and get this named. Glad I found that. And put these up here. Next person. Oh, it's Verona again. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Oh, okay. Oh, Ambra. Items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black, and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Interesting. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm gonna go see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble, because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. Interesting. Francis Mason. I don't think we've met this person. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. Okay, well, come on. It's like you don't eat the random mushrooms you find. In this kind of world, you probably don't put on a random pendant. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cussack purifier, and that this is the place to get one. Alright. Also, there's a spider that I kind of don't want to click on, because I don't want to accidentally kill him. He's making kind of a cool web back there. But a Cussack purifier. Let's see. That is CU. Here we go. A small topaz gemstone, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are, quote, cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit. Okay. So, a small topaz gemstone, and it's probably going to smell very strong. So, that is a pinkish gemstone. Does it smell? No. Okay, not you. Let's see, this is, if I remember correctly, this is all bronze, right? Yeah, that's not a gemstone at the center there. What about you? Topaz is orange, I'm pretty sure. Traditionally. We know about you, though. I mean, I know this follows it, but it's the smell? No, okay. I didn't think so. Maybe topaz is green, though. Yeah. I don't really seem to know the names of a lot of these gemstones. Maybe this is 3 of them? A blue gemstone. Does it smell? No. So, not that one. Maybe this one? No, no, no. Okay. So things are getting a little cramped over here. We'll spread some of that out. Let's see here. You have a gemstone. It smells like nothing. Topaz gemstone. I haven't checked you yet. No, no, no. Okay. Huh. Also, I want you out of where the books are. What about you? It has a smell like a rotten egg. Okay. Well, this entire thing has a smell like a rotten egg. Does that make sense, though? Usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. And it's a small topaz gemstone known as the Eye. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets. Okay, so it would have to be... It's probably not that vessel. That seems a little too big. But what then could it be? This is... Yeah, that's all that. Is it this? No. Let's see. You? I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. Oh, but this one might be... Yeah, withered flesh. So, probably not that one. We already know what that one is. What is this composition? Silver and gold. Alright. This is interesting. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's a black gemstone. What about you? Every sound has become both louder and clearer. That's interesting. Okay. There's a person who is looking for something. Oh, they wanted to drown out sounds. That's right. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't have wanted that. Can I name the plants? No. Okay. This is interesting. I mean, we're looking for something with a small gemstone of some kind. Nothing to remark about that. This is just interesting. Because everything else we have, we've named. So, not you. I mean, you're a completely different object. None of these have a smell to it. Did I check this one? No. Well, I did, but it's not what we're looking for. Oh, you know what, actually? And when I shake it, it rattles. Oh, it's still in the composition of alcohol. Or barley, or whatever it is. Caustic Purifier. There we go. The label bears the symbol for vinegar. Ah, I could have looked up the symbol as well. So there is a small object rattling inside. We get a Valant page, okay. I need to remember how to spell this. Caustic Purifier, okay. So here, Caustic Purifier, beautiful. And, well, pop that up there. Next person, Simone Green, oh, okay. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. I think you work in the library, and you're related to Verona Green. That's right. I think, yeah, a number of these characters, I think specifically like Verona and Simone, were also part of Strange Horticulture. Let's see here. I've been working on something interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Yeah. I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Ooh, okay. Alcove key, horn shackle, evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay, so a moon something, that's going to be Moonheart. Oh, we can put that there. And then horn shackle and evocant. Horned shackle. And do we have an evocant? I think we have the page on it. But I don't think we've actually given it to anybody yet. But hey, here's another opportunity to figure out if we have one. Or even if we have the page. We do. Oh, we have used it, actually. Stone items weigh the same as a man heart, so exactly 1 pound. Okay. Well, then we should have it. Let's see here. Evocant. Binding seed. Am I blind? Perhaps. Ah, up here. Yep. Nice. Oh. Oh. Okay. We're getting some interesting things here. Oh, we have 2 more tiles. That's good. And then various mugs, it looks like. I'll have to put one there. I think that might be it. Oh, I can take the candles. I like the plants on fire. Oh. Cat likes it. Interesting. Can have just a little bit of extra light. Sure. We'll just store those over there. That's fine. Cool. All right. Yeah, that is solved. We will put that in the we have already solved it drawer right up there. And then we have these symbols. We already placed one. Yeah, this one down here. So I guess we can try to place these. After that icon, it's this one. And then the triangle one here comes after the Z-looking one. So here. And we're just missing one more now. Okay. Next person. Jim Wolf. Guys wearing suspenders. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I'd love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Well, I think that, this is the hearing charm. Cool. Found that out a little bit earlier. And it makes sense, you know? Bats have actually pretty good hearing. And fun fact, bats are not blind. Hearing charm. People just think they are. But they can see just fine. Alright, at camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. Left eye. The guy who has an eye patch has an eye patch over his left eye. Interesting. Oh, what is this? It's like a jester or something? Maybe a dancer? Oh no, it's like a statue. Okay. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Interesting. Okay, well, let's figure that out real quick. We want this. Maiden in the tower. Okay, so it looks like some of these towers are associated with icons. And if we look at hermetic symbology, is there any that is a maiden? What does it say specifically? Just the maiden in the tower. Okay. So yeah. Let's look here. Oh yeah, vinegar. There's that cross shape. Anything in regards to maiden? Oh, also these are all mundane elements down at that old board down there, which is interesting. Okay. I mean, Venus, that is a female god in Roman mythology, so kind of that intricate symbol there. We have seasons, we have weather. Triple goddess, okay. That might be something. So 2 crescent moons on either side of a circle. Is there anything here that is that? Let's see. I don't see it. What's interesting is that it says maiden in the tower. And I mean, these are where towers are. Could it be something here? Is there a tower here? Oh, Galfrey's Tower, 22. 22, over here. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Okay. So, probably one of these two? Or can I go to Galfrey's Tower to see it first? Let's try that. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Due east. Got it. Should be easy enough to follow. Due east. Mossy wood. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Oh, that's interesting looking. And that's super, super similar to... I mean, there's a number of these objects that have, like, small gemstones in certain pieces. Like, you know, line that up, or we have this one as well. Oh, this one as well. It's like, try to line that up. Anyway, next person. Hello, Verona. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday. Found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it. Belly up and blackened they were. Ooh, not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Colgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robinson earlier. She said the 2 women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance, and eyes are all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. A letter. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out of the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It had always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. Interesting. Okay, well, I think we're about to be scarred, if that's possible. I feel like our character is quite hearty. Explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. So, somewhere around here. We take a boat out. Northern tip of Naylor Island. Okay. And row across from there. Oh, north, yeah. Northern tip of Naylor and row across. So, here. You know what I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. Okay. Second from the left. So I'm guessing that's 1, that's 2. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pull out onto the wooden floor up either side. In the center of the altar, there's a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that this has been here a long time. I don't see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all, but after a while I notice an inscription that simply says, I open to the voice. Alright, what object do we need then? Let's go to index. I mean, voice of Cerados? Bronze torque. Sometimes it can be used to read the patterns of nature. Depicted as a man with antlers of a stag. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's, yeah, this one. I'd say that's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Chest opens to reveal the golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Oh, it's a little kitty. You know, hang on, let's inspect this first. Nothing to remark. Oh, made of gold with a light pink gemstone. Okay, warm and smooth. Good. Nothing to remark. And probably not cursed. All right, you're going next to the kitty. Oh, right there. Perfect. Lester Crowley. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It's not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. For your part, a leaden heart of the thaumic art. Wow, this guy's, you know, he's got lines. All right. Lead heart. Here we go. They depict the god Cerados in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. Got it. Okay, so probably this. And it says they're heavier than expected. So, because this is made of wood, right? Or clay. Okay, so, you know, clay can be dense, but... yeah. Okay, yeah, there's something more than clay in this one. There we go. Cool. Lead heart. Gotta rename that. Where did it just go? Don't go back in there. Lead heart. And there we go. Yeah, I really gotta spread some things out here. We're kind of running out of room. I could actually sort them by, you know, like what is pendants, what's hanging. I actually might do that. So we're gonna put pendants up here. I don't know if we'll be able to fit them all. We do have a lot of them, but there we go. Oh, we have another one. Can we fit that one? Okay, they're getting a little cramped. We have another one. Yeah, I don't know how many more of these are going to be able to fit, but, and also how easy it will be to actually grab the one we want. But, no, we'll just go with it. Oh, we have a lot of pendants. Okay, you know what? Let's, just for ease of use here, we'll put unnamed ones down here. So those are all good. Those have to come down. We'll even spread them down to there. This is unnamed, unnamed, unnamed. Lots of unnamed pendants. And we'll put that one there. So we have all of our named ones. And then we'll just, you know, use the rest of the space for everything else. We can probably also organize... Here we go. Put the named ones in other places. Can I fit that there? That's a little cramped. We'll put more named up there. And we have another named here. Another. And another. That's a little cramped. Yeah, that works. And then the rest of these are unnamed. So we'll leave that like that, actually. Kind of like the way that looks. Some statues down here. And... yeah, I'll leave the kitty one by the kitty. It's kind of cute. And this one is also kind of like an Aries. Actually, no, that's 5 gemstones. Never mind. There we go. A little bit more organized. Oh, you're not Eli? I've returned an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Ooh, okay. Oh, interesting. A black gemstone, gold, and, oh. Interesting. So I can kind of, so it has these like prongs. Can that go into here? It can. So let's see here. Get rid of that one and that one. And that one. Ooh. Find the booklet on curses, burning blood, and another object. On curses and their effects. A brief overview by Dr. F. Robertson. Black heart. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted, as though it's clamped in a vice. Eventually death will occur. Okay, so now we can see what Braxis or burning blood is. Characterized by necrosis of the flesh. The afflicted will feel no pain, but the scarring has no cure. Breath of Lyra. They appear to breathe normally. They feel like they're choking. Burning blood. They have a sensation of burning from the inside out. It's rarely survived. Poison of the mind. Noctic sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Speech is impossible. Marked by telltale blue tint to the eyes. Those under this curse are plagued by waking hallucinations. Have we met somebody with, so can I... Oh. Shut the door, and... Can I take that object? Nope. Okay. Perfect. Out of sight, out of mind. Have we met somebody with blue eyes? I mean, our cat, I suppose, has one blue eye. No, yours is more like hazel. It's more green or so. Or gray. Very dull. You're blind. Yeah, nobody we've met so far has really bright blue eyes. What's Eli again? It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I'll be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well. I don't see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Alright. What is that? S.I. Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of planetary metals. No two are identical. They're used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Ooh. Okay. So it should be warm to the touch, because it is currently raining. Older ones are made out of wood, but more powerful use planetary metals. As a reminder, planetary metals are, let's see here. Copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver, silver, and tin. Okay, so just metals, essentially. And it will feel warm to the touch. Okay, so not you. Man, it could be any number of these things. So this is warm. Pinkish gemstone, stone. Nothing smells. Okay. No two are identical. Usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. I mean, if we bring this close to the plants, do they do anything? Okay. We'll say that this is a potential one, but we're looking for other things that feel warm, like this one. Hard and cool, but warm. What about you? Okay. You're also a potential. Engraved symbols, cold and smooth. Nope. This is just straight stone. I mean, it said other ones can be made of wood. Rough and gnarled, but it doesn't mention temperature. I'm kind of expecting it to do something with the plants that I have. Probably not this one. This one kind of looks demonic, to be honest. Nope, you need to go back out there. That's just a hand. This is also warm. It seems like... So that's gold. It seemed like the, yeah. So the gems are cool, but the metals themselves are warm. Okay, so that's another one. Is the cat warm? Warm and smooth. Are all the ones that are like bronze and gold gonna just be warm? Okay, maybe Scythian charm. Older ones are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They use horticulture to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. So warm and tingly to the touch. Okay. Not just warm. Okay. Any of these? Because all of these just said warm, right? We'll go back through them real quick. Warm. Warm. And warm and smooth. Let's see here. Oh, we do have, of course, I forgot about literally all of our pendants. You are made of bronze. Okay. So that could have been it. Still looking for warm. Let's see here. Weathered. Oh, this is silver and gold. Warm and vibrating with energy. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. So, Scythian charm. Perfect. And where'd you go? You're really cramped down there. That one took a bit. Scythian charm. Perfect. Alright, and you're now named. Congratulations. We're starting a new named bit over here. And let's clear up some room of this bottom bit. Okay. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I'm finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they're always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful nether might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you got any ideas, then I'm all ears. So either restful nether, or witch's finger. I feel like that one might be the witch's finger. But let's look at the two options here. So we have restful something. Oh, back one page. Restful nether. A nether is a thaumaturge's link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of nether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Okay, so it's one of the cups here. And then there's Witch's Finger. Let's look at that one. Here we go. Witch's Fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They're capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. The most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Okay, so yeah, these are Witch's Fingers. Fingers. We'll just name that, but we're not going to give that one because, like I said, we're kind of doing the good thing here. And I think this one was the restful nether. No. Oh my gosh. Okay. Never mind. I'm pretty sure it is one of those. I guess I just didn't look at it close enough. Yeah, 3 wood handles, fairly uniform. It looks like... Is that not the one I gave? Oh, you know, it's probably this one. I bet there's just... Yeah, this looks more like the type of handle. And this one isn't as uniform as this one. Okay. Well, one more mistake and I go insane. Is it this? Rough with an uneven texture. Dark purple gemstone and wood. Sharp but not entirely unpleasant. In terms of odor. So anything spoken on that? Let's see. Promoting clarity of thought. Is that sharp but not unpleasant? Sharp aroma. And then this one, sharp aroma. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's one of these 3. I guess it must be this one. Just to make sure I don't have another one randomly kind of sitting somewhere. I mean, okay. Let's try this one. There we go. Stones of Peace. Got it. Yeah, there's so much more that we could do to make sure that we get it right the first time. But restful nether. Just wanted to get the name again for that. Restful nether. And put that back up where it goes. Actually, this is named now. So we can put that there. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Ares Remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Oh, thanks. That's good to hear. And that's the end of the day. I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode off here. If you liked what you saw, feel free to leave a like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. All the different channel interactions are incredibly helpful. And next time we'll be on day 8 and solving more puzzles. Thanks for watching.